Welcome to the season debut of Adams Cable High School basketball. And today from the Lakeland High School gym, we feature a Lackawanna League crossover matchup as the Lakeland Chiefs will take on the Forest City Foresters. All brought to you today by Adams Cable Service, by the Comfort Doctors, T.E. Spall & Son, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing of Carbondale, Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street Childs, Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield, by the White's Crossing Sports Shop, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, by Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, by your local Napa Auto Parts store, Carbondale Auto Parts, and your starting lineups are presented today by the Roselle Department Store. Alongside Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young here. Great to have you with us today as we finally get up going with high school basketball. And it's a Lackawanna League Division III, Division IV crossover matchup between Lakeland and Forest City. The Foresters, well, they've been hot. They played 3 in a row and they've won all 3 over Montrose, Blue Ridge, and Lackawanna Trail, while Lakeland is coming off of a loss to Dunmore by the score of 60-35. So Glenn, today, it's the Foresters and the Chiefs, and for Lakeland, when you take a look at their lineup, they don't have a senior on the roster. They have 7 juniors, 8 sophomores, and 2 freshmen, and here today, they'll take on the Foresters.
Well, Steve, it's a little different anymore in basketball. You don't know if you're ready to play anymore with the COVID and everything that's going on. Take Carbondale, for example. They can't even get started. But here, I think you're going to see a game here. Forest City has 3 wins up in the other division, right, which is they should be a contender up there. And Lakeland is going to play a lot of young kids, so I think they're about even. Let's see what happens.
Well, when you take a look at the teams overall, Lakeland 3-8 in Division III, they're 1-3, and the Foresters overall with a record of 4 wins and 5 losses, and in Division IV, they currently have a record of 3 wins and 1 loss. Both teams are set to rock and roll as they continue to warm up for the start of today's ball game, and we will go to a break and return with more pregame highlights on today's matchup between the Foresters and the Chiefs when we return on Adams Cable High School basketball.
Now's the time to unleash the internet. With Adams Cable Service, you get internet with speeds up to 120 megs. It's the speed you need that blows the doors off of DSL. Connect all of your devices, including iPads and other tablets, game consoles, smartphones, and computers. Upload and share photos and videos instantly. Stream HD movies in a flash and experience online gaming like never before. Call Adams Cable Service today at 1-888-222-0077 and get internet with speeds up to 120 megs.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So, just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son has been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 36 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So, just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall. Looking for the right flooring for your home, lifestyle, and budget? Visit Tom's Floor Shop in Childs for the latest advancements in flooring to enhance the rooms in your home. The experts at Tom's Floor Shop are there to help you style your home in contemporary elegance and classic beauty with a wide variety of name brand carpeting, hardwood, vinyl, and professional installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop, exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs.
Back at the Lakeland High School gym alongside Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young. Great to have you with us as we tip off the broadcast season with the Chiefs and the Foresters. And here this afternoon, the Lakeland Chiefs, of course, coming off of the loss to Dunmore. Coming up this Monday, they will be on the road at Mid-Valley. So they've had a very difficult schedule, taking on some of the top contenders.
Yeah.
And for the Foresters on Monday, they will be at Susquehanna.
Well, I'll tell you, Steve, I saw Dunmore play earlier in the year, and they beat. I went down to Valley View, and they beat Valley View pretty good. Good shooters, good 3-point shooters, hustle, and play good, solid defense. And you know the capability of a team that's in Mike Abda's hands at Mid-Valley. He does a fantastic job. They play defense, they hustle, and they're good shooters. So you got Dunmore, you got Mid-Valley as in contenders, but it's going to go right down to the wire, I think, between those two teams and anybody else that can come up and make a run.
Well, I think Riverside might be in the mix with
yes.
Holy Cross and Dunmore.
Well, the Holy Cross is always there. You know, Al Calais has been there forever. He's like the senior citizen here, and he does a fantastic job there. And, of course, Riverside is always a good team to play against.
For Lakeland, two of their 3 wins came earlier in the season over Western Wayne 37-34 and Lackawanna Trail 56-43. Recently, before the loss to Holy Cross, they knocked off Old Forge in a close one, 44-41. So, Glenn, a little bit of youth on both teams, but here today I expect a good ball game because I think they match up well.
I think they do match up well, Steve. Again, you got the young kids from Lakeland, and they're learning as they go, and they'll get better as the season goes on. Forest City has a couple seniors playing, but their ability to score, they're scoring some points. This Bezic is scoring about 15 a game, and they have Evan Piatak, who happens to be the grandson of my. Of the son of one of my former players, Dr. Brian Piatak.
Right.
And his father coached me in high school. So, and he's averaging close to 10 points, and they have a couple boys scoring 7 and 8. So they have the ability to score, and Lakeland's going to put some pressure on them defensively. You can bet on that.
Well, as both teams continue to warm up for the start of today's ball game, we'll step aside and go to a break and come back with more pregame highlights and the tip-off when we return on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
When you need collision repair, turn to the professionals at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center to restore your vehicle back to its original condition. For over 34 years, Beston's has been providing full-service collision repair with exceptional customer service. At Beston's, their motto is, every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. Beston's Collision Center in Carbondale, the trusted name in collision repair in northeastern Pennsylvania. The White's Crossing Sports Shop, Canaan Street in Carbondale, is the leading authority for the outdoors in northeastern Pennsylvania. Visit them for a complete line of archery accessories, hunting and fishing licenses, live bait, fishing tackle, and LEM meat processing supplies. Call 570-282-4699 and be sure to check out their Facebook page. Finding that unique seasonal outdoor item has never been easier with help from Tom and the staff at the White's Crossing Sports Shop.
Well, if you're an outdoorsman and you like ice fishing, this is your weather, so make sure you stop in and see Tom and the great staff at the White's Crossing Sports Shop for everything you need to make your ice fishing season a huge success. Of course, we definitely have the temperatures for it. There's no doubt about it. Junior varsity contest went to Lakeland over Forest City, 60-31. When you take a look at the Foresters, they have a pretty good lineup, Glenn. They could score some points. They're averaging 45 while giving up 56. Lakeland putting up 40 offensively while giving up 55.
Well, yeah. Like as we said, with no seniors on the team, experience is a big thing in these games, Steve. And the lack of experience, and they lost another player or two that played last year because of whatever reasons. All right, and he was a tough kid. The kid. So you're listening. He had the experience. They lost some great players from last year's that were seniors. So they're going to learn as they go here. They're going to struggle in the division that they're in, but they'll be better in the near future.
So it is time for basketball here at the Lakeland High School Gym. And now it's time for your starting lineups for today's game, presented by Roselle Department Store in Carbondale, where the contemporary styles and apparel are all on display. Visit Roselle for all your school clothing needs, including a full line of spirit wear for Carbondale area, Lakeland, Forest City, and Valley View. If you're attending a formal affair or a special event, let the experience of Sam Kalura work for you with a perfectly tailored tuxedo by Sarno & Son. Roselle is headquarters for professional laundry and dry cleaning services. Sam and the staff at the Roselle Department Store in Carbondale are proud to present your starting lineups for today's game between Lakeland and Forest City.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets return, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our land was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave.
We are ready for basketball here at the Lakeland High School Gym. The Chiefs and the Foresters here on Adams Cable, Channel 107. Great to have you with us today. Hope you're staying nice and warm on this very frigid weekend in northeastern Pennsylvania.
It certainly is.
Wow. I don't know what temperature you had at your house, but when I saw 8 below this morning, I wanted to cry.
And cry for a long time.
Dylan Bezek is at the center court line along with the Lakeland Chiefs ready for the opening tip-off. It is Jaden Cost, and here we go, and Lakeland will control the opening possession as Antonio Hazelton will work it around the perimeter.
All right, Lakeland's in a 2-3 zone.
Here's an
And
open look
you
by
gotta
the
get-
freshman Nathan Hunt, and it's off the mark and rebounded by the Foresters. As DJ Heath will bounce past it in the corner. Heath works it around the perimeter. Foresters pretty patient offensively right here as Heath couldn't pull the trigger. Now off the drive in traffic, almost lost it, and he keeps it going, and the Foresters will reset their offense.
Oh, Lakeland in a man-to-man, Steve, and they're putting a little bit of pressure on the ball. Of course, if he stays out that far, let him stay there. Oh, wide open.
And right now, they continue to work the basketball in their half-court set. And on a drive, Hartman cut off in the lane. He needs help. He'll dish it off to Piatak. Piatak off the turnaround, misfires, and the ball is rebounded by Antonio Hazelton. Here he comes in transition, and Lakeland, in a scoreless ball game, will set it up. Nathan Hunt, 6-foot freshman guard, handling the basketball, giving it up to Antonio Hazelton. Hazelton will direct traffic and survey the Forester defense.
Got to move the ball against this kid. Look for the top of the key, then drop it down, high-low, and or reverse it.
Antonio Hazelton and Hunt working the offense now for Lakeland. They try to go inside. Hazelton couldn't pull the trigger. They work it in. Back outside, ball's tipped. Lakeland keeps it going. Here's an open look by Antonio Hazelton off the mark, and it's rebounded by Heath for Forest City. Here come the Foresters in a scoreless ball game, and from the corner, this outside shot way off the mark by Forest City. And with 2 minutes gone by, we are scoreless as we go to a break here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS, Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
Well, 2 minutes gone by here in this opening quarter at Lakeland, and we are scoreless. It's been a defensive battle thus far between the Chiefs and the Foresters, and there's a whistle and a personal foul called on the Foresters. They will get Cade Hartman for the push. That's his first, team's first. And the Chiefs setting it up with Antonio Hazelton.
Forest City coming back out this time.
Underneath, wide open. Cost couldn't finish. And we have a jump ball. Let's check the possession. And the Foresters will bring the ball the length of the court.
No, Lakeland in their man-to-man, you just can't stop. You don't stop defense if you stop the ball. You've got to get your hands up. You got to alter the shot and make it difficult to pass the ball. So once the ball is stopped, the defense doesn't end.
Well, the Foresters continue to set it up. And dishing off, and a traveling violation there on the Foresters as Billy, let's check that, as Cade Hartman took a step. And they turn it over. Well, the Foresters are coached by John Duffy. He's been around for quite a while, had some great success with different programs. Of course, coached the Forest City girls a couple of years back. Loose basketball, the Foresters come up with it on the break, and Lakeland intercepts the pass. Great job by Antonio Hazelton. Now Nathan Hunt will take control. Hunt coming down the lane to Snyder. They dish off underneath to Cost for the bucket with 4:47 remaining here in the first, and Lakeland is on the board 2-0. Now the Foresters going to work, and that's an air ball, and in transition, Josh Doyle for Lakeland gives it up. Nathan Hunt taking control now for Lakeland. Antonio Hazelton in traffic. They go back inside to Cost. He puts it up. No. Follow up under the basket by Doyle is not there, and the foul.
Lakeland, a lot of dribbling here against this man-to-man. They've got to set some screens and do some solid blocking out.
Personal foul on Evan Piatok. That's his first and the team's second, as Josh Doyle, who has converted on 4 of 10 free throw attempts this year, is on the stripe. He is a 6'3" junior forward. And this second shot bouncing around, no. The follow-up underneath misfires, battle for the ball. And the Foresters come up with it as Hartman comes out of the pack with it. And now Forest City in their half-court offense. Pass to Hartman, way out there directing traffic, trying to get the offense moving. They've been struggling thus far. So has Lakeland. They lead it 2-0 with just under 4 to play. Here's an open look from the top of the key, and shot is off the mark by Bizek. Hunt puts on the brakes. They work the ball inside, battle for it. It rolls out of bounds, and Lakeland has the possession.
A good hustle by the defensive Forest City to get back and stop that.
Of course, Lakeland is coached by Trevor Tellup in his 4th year. And Hunt will get ready to inbound the basketball when play resumes. Hunt looking. They get it in to Billy Hazelton. He is a 6-foot sophomore guard in the ball game now for the Chiefs. Billy Hazelton and Hunt. A lot of youth right there. And sophomore guard gives it up. Open look from the outside is off the mark by Joey Dunstone, who's in the ball game wearing number 24, 6'2" junior forward. And a whistle A foul called on the Foresters. That will be called, whistled on DJ Heath. That's his first, team's third.
Yeah, kind of undercut him that time, and just that happens by accident sometimes when you're hustling for the rebound.
And with Lakeland up 2-0, they will continue to try to get something going in their half-court offense. And they've struggled here today. Outside shot too short. Lakeland fighting for the basketball, and they have it taken away. Bizek, coast to coast in transition, off the glass, didn't get the roll. And the Foresters continue to struggle, being shut out 2-0 as Lakeland goes on the break and they turn it over. So both teams struggling offensively here in this first quarter.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of dribbling against the zone. You got to move the ball a little bit more. Now against Lakeland's back into the man. Again.
Posting up, Bizek off the turnaround, misfires. Dunstone collects the carom for Lakeland. Here come the Chiefs in transition. Pass on the far side to Billy Hazelton. Hunt cut off on the right wing, and they'll reset the offense. Here's Lakeland working the ball around. Open look from the outside. This is an air ball. Joey Dunstone misfired, and as we near 2 minutes remaining, then the Chiefs leading 2-0. Bounce pass in the lane. They'll work it back outside. And the Foresters with an open look from downtown, and Cade Hartman could not convert. Well, Glenn, it's been quite some time since we've watched two teams struggle this badly in the first quarter. Foresters, they've played. This is their. They've won 3 in a row, but they've played back-to-back nights. And here this afternoon, they had a game last evening, which they won. And with 1:45 remaining, Lakeland lines it up from the outside as Hunt misfires on the long 3. Forester basketball.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to get something set up in Lakeland for sure against the zone down here, and Forest City against the man-to-man, where they should go to their man offense down there, where they get some screens and pick and rolls and kind of stuff like that, so they can get some open shots.
DJ Heath, 5'9" junior guard, gives it up.
Now they got some movement.
There's some good movement in the offense, but they need to get a good shot, an open look, as Piatak with 1:20 remaining here in the first will give it up. Bizek puts on the brakes. They'll work it back outside. Piatak lost it in the lane, and he was whacked on the play.
He got hit pretty good.
With 1:11 remaining here in the first quarter, 2-0, Lakeland your leader. Ethan Shea will check into the Lakeland lineup, replacing Nathan Hunt. And the foul on Lakeland is called on Josh Doyle. That's his first and the team's first. And from the top of the key, this outside jumper misfires as Hartman is off the mark. And in transition.
I see, there you go. You got
Antonio Hazelton.
A lot of dribbling against the zone. You got to move it.
Got to get the zone moving with the basketball,
absolutely.
right?
You got to, you absolutely got to get the defense going where they don't want. You got to catch them in transition, kind of like from one side or the other.
All right, now,
right there it is.
Antonio Hazelton didn't get the roll. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Touch last by the Chiefs. Forester basketball with 34 seconds to play here in the first as Lakeland leads it 2-0. Well, the Foresters right here have a chance to tie or take the lead.
Play for one. Going a little 1-4 set. Little flex offense.
Heath gave it up. Hartman gets it back. Couldn't pull the trigger out beyond from three-point land. And he'll get it back. And this time he will launch the shot and knocks it down with 10 seconds to play here in quarter number 1. And the Foresters have a 3-2 advantage over Lakeland. 4 to shoot. Round the perimeter they go, putting it up on the run off the glass. was Billy Hazelton, and that will bring an end to the first quarter play here at Lakeland, with the Foresters leading the Chiefs by 1, 3-2 on Adams Cable High School basketball.
Providing the ultimate in professional service is a tradition at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, Carbondale. For more than 50 years, families in Carbondale and its surrounding area have used our 2 Hospital Street and 74 North Main Street locations for a traditional service, cremation or memorial services, or a service of personal preference. Contact Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated to handle every detail. When it comes to keeping your vehicle maintained and problem-free, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale has you covered. Call Jerry's for brake service, oil changes, state inspections, quality tires, wheel alignment, and rotation to enhance your vehicle's performance.
I'm Jerry Jablanowski. Call 282 Tire for dependable automotive service and name brand tires at Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale.
Back at the Lakeland High School gym to tip off quarter number 2, with the Foresters up by 1 over Lakeland, 3-2 in a very low-scoring first quarter. And now Lakeland will go to work in its half-court offense as Dunstone gives it up. Billy Hazelton will take control. Antonio Hazelton now on the perimeter. Billy Hazelton with an open look. No, and it's rebounded by Colin Baylor of Forest City. In transition, here come the Foresters. We'll see if they switch things up, Glenn, offensively and try to get the offense on track right here.
Well, again, a lot of dribbling, no screening.
Bezek bounce passing, and they'll kick it back outside. DJ Heath will work it near side.
Yeah, it's lucky on that.
As Bezek will work in the lane. Hartman driving, cut off by the defense of Lakeland. Open look by Bezek, nails it from the corner for 3. Well, the patience paid off, and the Foresters lead this one 6-2. Now Lakeland will go to work. Antonio Hazelton and company.
Steve, just watch the offense on the perimeter. First thing they do is bounce the ball.
And here's an outside jump shot that is off the mark by Ethan Shea. Rebounded by the Foresters, Cade Hartman. 6'1" senior forward. He'll back it out and reset the offense, with the Foresters leading 6-2. Forest City now around the perimeter and driving. Hartman kicks it back outside. Piatak looking to spin, couldn't get it. They work it out for 3, and it's off the mark by Baylor. And in transition, here comes Antonio Hazelton for Lakeland. Billy Hazelton launches it. It rims out. Battle for the ball, and Bezek collects it for Forest City. Foresters up 6-2, and a little fadeaway jumper, air ball.
Not a good shot there.
And Lakeland with Antonio Hazelton beyond the arc. Thought about it. They'll work it near side. Dunstone open from downtown. No, battle. And Bezek has it for the Foresters with a 4-point lead and the basketball. Great to have you on board today here on Adams Cable High School basketball as we have our season debut. Oh, Glenn, the way things were going, I was really concerned we were going to have our season debut and season finale on the same night.
Oh, wow. You know, think about it, Steve.
Hey, how about that shot by Evan Piatak, banking it off the glass? 9-2, the Foresters, your leader.
There's the ball movement we're looking for. Right there. Kick it in, kick it out, drop it down. There it is right there.
Shea tied up in the lane, jump ball, Forester possession.
The only thing bad about that, if you got a guy playing the high post and you're going to throw him a bounce pass, that brings everybody to the ball. And that's exactly what happened there. You got to put it up high. Got to put it where he wants it.
Right.
Not where you want to put it.
When you bounce past it, it attracts
It
the crowd,
attracts
right?
all the guards. Yeah, all the guards that are around, they come in there. You don't like those guards hanging around the big guys.
4:35 to play, first half. 9-2, the Foresters pulling up with a jump shot along the baseline, and drawing the foul is Dylan Bezek, 6'3" junior. He has scored coming into this ball game 55 field goals, 137 points, and he is a 55% free throw shooter, converting on 21 of 38 attempts. And he gives the Foresters a 10-2 advantage. Forest City as a team shooting at 63% coming into this ball game.
I believe he's Forest City's leading scorer, too. I think he's averaging about 15 a game, Steve.
And the second shot rattles in. It's 11-2, the Foresters. And Lakeland having a great deal of difficulty getting their offense on track here on this Saturday afternoon. And in the corner, they'll work it back around the perimeter. Antonio Hazelton, Cost. There's the movement you want. But
That's
you have
the
to get
movement.
somebody open. And
But you got to get in the gaps, though. You can't line up right in front of your defender.
there's Nathan Hunt, who's in the ball game, the 6-foot freshman guard, hitting a three. And it's 11-5 as Lakeland answers. 3:49 remaining in this first half. Foresters go to work offensively. And on the perimeter, DJ Heath spinning, nowhere to go. Piatak lines it up, and it's off the back iron, rebounded by Josh Doyle of Lakeland. In transition, here come the Chiefs. Loose basketball, and it's Bezek coming up with it. And out of nowhere, Lakeland with great anticipation had the ball. They knocked it away, and on a drive, a traveling violation called on the Chiefs.
Well, yeah, he went too far. He went to that area, that gray area. Either you go all the way or you stop and take the shot. You can't stop there.
Talon Vitsakovic, 5'9", freshman guard, wearing number 11, is in the ball game. And here's an open look from downtown by Cade Hartman. No good. 11-5, the Foresters. This ball tipped. Battle for it in the paint. Foresters winning the battle right there as Cade Hartman comes up with the basketball. Open look for three. That won't fall.
Yeah, tough rebound. It comes off the glass hard. It comes right at your forehead. You try to put your hands up, you can't get it. That was a tough one. You know, sometimes those bad shots are good things offensively, because if you miss it short, your guy is there.
Josh Doyle driving to the basket. And there is an offensive foul called on.
No, I think he
let's
called the
check it.
basket good.
Okay, basket's good and the foul. Blocking foul on the Foresters. And that will be the second personal on Evan Piatak. And the fourth team foul. Josh Doyle will be on the stripe for Lakeland, converting on 4 of 9 free throw attempts this year. Lakeland as a team shooting at 53% from the stripe. Lakeland inching its way back in this contest as they trail 11-8. Heath wants to drive, going right to the basket, puts on the brakes, they'll kick it back outside.
They got a mismatch underneath. Got a mismatch.
Well, they work the ball inside, and they're going to have to
Gotta
bring
be
it back
patient.
out as Cade Hartman will. He thought about the three,
Yeah.
just couldn't pull the trigger. Now they're pounding the ball inside. Baylor, let's check that. That was Bezek.
This is his third foul, I think. Yep.
Well, for Lakeland, Josh Doyle picks up his third personal foul. That's the third team foul. And this free throw is on the mark by Dylan Bezek, a 55% free throw shooter. Hartman checks out. Piatak back in for the Foresters.
It's 2 fouls he's got. I'd be careful out there with him out. You don't want to get his third. You got one guy at Lakeland with 3 now. Kind of tough to get going in the second half.
Absolutely. Dylan Bezek on the second free throw, got the bounce and the roll. 13-8, the Foresters, your leader with under 2 to play in the first half here at Lakeland.
Oh, give him the ball.
Well, Glenn, like you said, a lot of dribbling.
Too much dribbling, that's all. When you put the ball to the floor, that gives the defense a chance to recover. You've got to get them moving side to side.
Open shot by Vitsakovic is good from downtown. And the Chiefs narrow the deficit. 13-11, they trail. DJ Heath looking inside, and there's a foul as Heath draws contact.
10.
Yeah. Foul is on Kevin Snyder. That's his first and the team's 4th. And the Foresters inbound the basketball as Brad Bartholomew took the inbound pass and turned it over.
Well, take the step first, then you put the dribble down. No, you take the dribble first, and then you take the step. Easy to say sometimes when you see the opening.
Absolutely. As we near the 1-minute mark remaining in this first half, the Foresters lead the contest 13-11. Lakeland goes back on the offensive attack. Hunt lines it up and misfires. Ball's tipped back outside, and Lakeland will have another opportunity.
Yeah, too much dribbling against the zone.
Here's a long 3. That doesn't drop for Billy Hazelton.
Good hustle.
Good hustle there by Nathan Hunt giving chase, but touch last by Lakeland. And with 42 seconds to play in the first half, the Foresters will bring the ball the length of the court.
Will they hold it for 1?
Yeah. Very interesting. We'll see.
Yeah.
If you get the open shot, you take it, right?
Well, I think I'd hold it for 1. I wouldn't want to see the other team score on the buzzer, so you get a little bit momentum. Well, I guess there goes that down the drain.
As Piatak misfires,
good hustle,
the Foresters with Baylor hustling on the play to keep it going with 21 seconds left in the first half. Foresters leading 13-11 with a chance to increase their lead. They almost throw it away right here as Hartman will take control, 10 to shoot.
That's good defense. Oh,
There's
nice.
a steal as Snyder picked his pocket. 3 seconds on the clock. Here's the shot at the buzzer. No, tip back up, and that will bring an end to the first half in today's Lackawanna League crossover matchup between the Foresters and the Chiefs, with Forest City leading 13-11 as we go to halftime here on Adams Cable High School Basketball. Your local Napa dealer, Carbondale Auto Parts, has been serving the area for over 38 years with quality automotive replacement parts, tools, and accessories. Experience the Napa know-how difference with great service you've come to know and trust from the staff at Carbondale Auto Parts, your Napa know-how folks.
Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how.
How much bandwidth will satisfy your home's hunger? The average household now uses 7 wireless devices a day, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. HD streaming and gaming can use large amounts of data and slow down speeds for other users. The more devices you use, the more bandwidth your home needs. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get up to 120 megabits per second internet from Adams Cable Service. It's a speed you need to power all your devices. Call today.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So, just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son has been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 36 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So, just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall. Looking for the right flooring for your home, lifestyle, and budget? Visit Tom's Floor Shop in Childs for the latest advancements in flooring to enhance the rooms in your home. The experts at Tom's Floor Shop are there to help you style your home in contemporary elegance and classic beauty with a wide variety of name brand carpeting, hardwood, vinyl, and professional installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop, Exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs.
Welcome back to the Lakeland High School gym alongside Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young, Chris Nanfelt, Kyle Kemmerer from Adams Cable here getting us on live with the broadcast, and it's great to have the crew together once again for high school basketball here in 2022. Foresters lead this ball game 13-11 at halftime, and boy, you talk about a low-scoring first quarter. Foresters held a 1-point advantage over Lakeland 3-2 as both teams came out very sluggish. The defense was really, relentless for both ball clubs, and neither team, just all they're doing is passing the ball around, like Glenn said, a lot of dribbling, so they had a tough time scoring. In the second quarter, they did pick up the pace as the Foresters outscored Lakeland by 1 to lead it 13-11 here at halftime.
Well, Steve, Forest City's playing a 2-3 zone, and they got some guys that have some wide wingspans out there. So what you have to do to go against that is put your people in the gaps. Now, if they're at a 2 front, you're at a 3 front, right? They're going to be 3 behind, so you put a guy on the high post, and you get a guy on the low post running, or for going corner to corner, or whatever your offense dictates. But if you're going to take the ball, and the first thing you do is put the ball on the floor for one dribble, and they're not going anywhere at that dribble, they're just taking the dribble. First thing they're doing is dribbling the ball. Now, once they do that, that gives Forest City here a good chance to recover and be in front. Now, what you have to do, and I don't mind, and they used to say back in the day, don't ever throw the ball over the top of a zone. Well, that's gone by the boards a long time ago. If you can throw the ball, you could skip that ball across and then reverse it back to the skipper, he's going to be open. But you can't put any fancy stuff. You can't be dribbling. You can't be looking. You got to reverse it, boom, 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 kick it back, and then have the maybe the guy on the high post dropped out. He's wide open if everybody's open. You got to catch a zone defense as they're shifting, and reverse the ball as they're going the other way. On the other end, Forest City, Lakeland's playing a man-to-man. Forest City is, again, trying to do a lot of dribbling and force the action. No, they're not. But they're against the man-to-man. They're not setting any screens. They're not coming off of any. They're not doing any pick and rolls. They've got to get a better offensive flow against the man-to-man, where you get a pick, you step back, you can take a shot, you can pick and pop, you can pick and roll, you can do a lot of things, and they're just struggling to do that. So I think the adjustments will be made in the locker room by both coaches, and low-scoring game, but it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Whoever makes the better adjustments probably could come out the winner of this one.
Well, the Foresters have won 3 in a row, and they're looking to make it 4 here against Lakeland this afternoon. And we will be right back here at the Lakeland High School gym 1 week from today for a 2:15 tip-off, as Carbondale area Chargers will be in action, coming here to Lakeland to take on the Chiefs. We'll have all the action of that ball game 1 week from today from Lakeland at 2:15. Well, for Carbondale, you talk about a tough year. They got postponed earlier in the year due to the pandemic. The Toronis tournament was wiped out. They got a late start. Then, you get back in action, Glenn, so it's up and down, and then postponed once again, so they're back in action.
There's our schedule without having the tournament there, because I just erased that from the schedule. And now I got arrows here, or I have arrows there, or I have a day here, and then who knows? If it snows, you're being pushed again.
Well, that's what happened to us earlier in the week, right?
Yeah. What is this? The third time this game was scheduled? Originally, and then this is the second postponement.
Second, yes.
Yeah.
So,
but we have some good games coming up.
Well, here at halftime, it's 13-11 the Foresters, and we'll take a quick look at the stats of the first game, first half of this ball game.
All right, for Lakeland's 11 points, Hunt has a 3 for 1 3 for 3. Doyle has a 2 and a 3 for 5. And I'm sorry, he has a field goal and a foul shot for 3. Vizikovich hit a long 3, and Koss has 2 for 11. They have 12 defensive rebounds, 3 offense. They have 3 turnovers, and they have 4 personal fouls. But out of those 4, Josh Doyle, who has some size for Lakeland, has 3 of them, so he has to be careful. For Forest City, Bizek has 4 for 4 from the foul line and 3 for 7. Piatek has a 3. Hartman has a 3. So they have 13. Rebounding, Bizek has 3 to lead defensive rebounds to lead Forest City. They have 7. They have 3 offensive, and they have 3 turnovers also. And they have 4 personal fouls, but basically nobody in foul trouble. Piatek has 2 for the Foresters. So we have a score of 13-11. Not what we thought we'd see here, but could be very interesting to see how this turns out in the second half.
Now we will go to a break, and when we return, the second half is coming up between the Chiefs and the Foresters when we return on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
When you need collision repair, turn to the professionals at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center to restore your vehicle back to its original condition. For over 34 years, Beston's has been providing full-service collision repair with exceptional customer service. At Beston's, their motto is, every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. Beston's Collision Center in Carbondale, the trusted name in collision repair in northeastern Pennsylvania. What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7. The White's Crossing Sports Shop, Canaan Street in Carbondale, is the leading authority for the outdoors in northeastern Pennsylvania. Visit them for a complete line of archery accessories, hunting and fishing licenses, live bait, fishing tackle, and LEM meat processing supplies. Call 570-282-4699. And be sure to check out their Facebook page. Finding that unique seasonal outdoor item has never been easier with help from Tom and the staff at the White's Crossing Sports Shop.
If you're an ice fisherman, you are going to love this weather because right now this is your weather. So get everything you need to make it a successful ice fishing season with everything you need from the White's Crossing Sports Shops. Stop in, see Tom. He's got all of the supplies you need and ready to serve you. On the Call Ball scoreboard as we start quarter number 3 here at Lakeland, Foresters up 13-11 over the Chiefs.
You know, basketball is not a game of all set plays, Steve. You have to, a good offensive player has to read the defense and react to it. And that's what has to happen in this half. People have to react to what's coming out on the floor.
Well, Lakeland from the corner, and this is Talon Vizikovich.
That's his second.
Nailing a shot to give Lakeland a 1-point advantage, 14-13.
If you hang around long enough, if you do the right things.
Well, he's a 5'9" freshman, paying dividends for the Chiefs to start quarter number 3. Lakeland opens up with the lead, and now the Foresters will run their half-court offense. Heath, inside they go. Bizek trapped, nowhere to go. Heath couldn't line it up. This time it will be Piatek with the shot rattling in and out. And the Chiefs have the rebound with Antonio Hazelton coming up with it. Lakeland with the basketball and the lead. Outside they go. They'll work at baseline. Back inside. And a bucket by Lakeland.
14, that'd be Hunt.
That's Nathan Hunt scoring, and the Chiefs come out on fire here in the third quarter, taking a 3-point lead, 16-13.
Good positioning.
Posting up.
But he should have taken it right up
Bezek.
strong.
Reverse layup off the mark, and Lakeland quickly down the floor. And outside they go. Vitsakovic gives it up. And he'll get it back. Wide open, far side open look for Hunt. This one's bouncing around, and he's got the bounce.
Good shooter's bounce.
19-13, the Chiefs are on fire to start quarter number 3. And on the ball scoreboard, they lead this one 19-13 as we go to a break on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Providing the ultimate in professional service is a tradition at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, Carbondale. For more than 50 years, families in Carbondale and its surrounding area have used our 2 Hospital Street and 74 North Main Street locations for a traditional service, cremation or memorial services, or a service of personal preference. Contact Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated to handle every detail. When it comes to keeping your vehicle maintained and problem-free, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale has you covered. Call Jerry's for brake service, oil changes, state inspections, quality tires, wheel alignment, and rotation to enhance your vehicle's performance.
I'm Jerry Jablonowski. Call 282 Tire for dependable automotive service and name brand tires at Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale.
Welcome back to Lakeland with 6:16 remaining here in this third quarter. The Chiefs come out of the locker room on fire, and they take the lead over the Foresters 19-13.
Well, two good shots, wide open threes.
Now the Foresters with the turnaround by Hartman missing. Ball goes out of bounds, touched last by Lakeland. Forester possession. Cade Hartman to trigger the ball inbounds for the Foresters. Great anticipation right there
Good hustle on
by
Lakeland.
Vitsakovic to knock the ball away.
Vitsakovic coming off the bench has a nice little game going for himself.
Yeah, he's a freshman, but handles himself well out on the floor. As the Foresters, trailing now, will run their half-court set. Heath, defended by Vitsakovic. They work it out to Piatak. No, shot is off the mark. Foresters get it back, and here is an open look by Baylor as he rattles in a 3. And it's 19-16 as the Foresters answer.
They needed that. They needed to get back in the groove.
From the corner, this
Wow.
long 3 is good by Nathan Hunt. And it's 22-16 the Chiefs, and another timeout on the court. We'll keep it right here and remind you today's game is brought to you by Adams Cable Service, by the Comfort Doctors, T.E. Spall & Son, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing of Carbondale, Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street Childs, Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, quality repairs and superior service. NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield, by the White's Crossing Sports Shop, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, your source for quality tires, by your local Napa Auto Parts store, Carbondale Auto Parts, and your starting lineups presented today by the Roselle Department Store. On the call, Spall scoreboard with 5:29 to play. Here in this third quarter, the Chiefs lead it 22-16. Foresters go back on the offensive attack. Piatak gave it up. And now it will be Bezek to take control. Bezek against the defense of Lakeland, near side. It's Hartman.
Oh, look inside. He's there.
Couldn't find an opening. Bezek was open. Now the pass intended for Bezek off the mark, and the Chiefs will have the possession.
Yeah, even even if you got it, where was he throwing? He was throwing the ball to the corner. He's inside on the post. You got to just be patient. Just get the ball. If he puts his hand up, throw it to the hand. He knows where he has his man pinned. That's all you got to do is just throw it to where he wants it.
Antonio Hazelton, the 5'10 junior point guard, out near center court, surveying the defense of the Foresters. Cost gets it back to Hazelton. Snyder in the ball game, wearing number 10. Good movement in the offense for Lakeland as Snyder gets it on the perimeter.
Again, see the dribble? First thing, dribble, pass. Everybody recovers.
Pulling up with a jumper from the baseline. That's off the mark by Dunstone. And coming the other way, it's the Foresters trailing 22-16. Open for three is Colin Baylor as he knocks it down.
That's his second three of the half. Crawl back. Forest City's got to crawl back in. Well, they're right in the game now anyway. We got plenty of time.
They trail 22-19 with under 4 to play here in the third quarter. Well, right now, the defense of Forest City really giving Lakeland some trouble. Trevor Tellep pleading his case with the official.
Not going to win. Not going to win that.
That never happens, but hey, what do you have to lose, right? Second personal foul on Kevin Snyder, team's first. And a little bit of pressure now applied by Lakeland. Open look, Piatak, yes.
He can shoot that three. He's had a few games where he's had 2 or 3 3-pointers.
Chiefs and the Foresters deadlocked at 22 here at Lakeland. Great to have you with us on this Saturday afternoon. They go in the lane and throw it away. Piatak with the basketball. He lines it up and misfires on the long three, and it's rebounded by the Chiefs.
Cost has 6 rebounds in this game so far.
Snyder put on the brakes, jump ball, got tied up, and Foresters will have the basketball. Well, if you're going to go in the paint like that, Glenn, you almost have to take the shot or kick it back outside.
Oh, for sure, yeah. You can't stop in the middle of and do nothing.
Piatak, defended by Hazelton, misses on the spin move.
Good move, but be under control.
Billy Hazelton looking for help. Dunstone. And
They could trap that corner if they goes in there. They're small in the corner.
Kevin Snyder with the left-hand dribble. Antonio Hazelton
nice
lines it up,
fake.
and it's off the back iron. And a reach-in is going to be called as DJ Heath was battling for the basketball. We're tied at 22. Foresters and the Chiefs with 2:38 to play here in the third. Josh Doyle checks into the Lakeland lineup, replacing Jaden Cost. Long down court pass. Piatak has it. Piatak will kick it. Oh, he made a beautiful pass to Bizek. Couldn't handle it. That was two easy points right there. But the Foresters keep the possession going as we are tied at 22. And here's DJ Heath forced out of bounds and coming up with the basketball. Antonio Hazelton coast to coast. There he goes to the glass, short on the layup. In transition, here's Cade Hartman. And they lost the basketball. Lakeland has it off the fingertips of Doyle, and Billy Hazelton now will take control. Under 2 to play, third quarter.
Getting a little sloppy here this time of the game.
Driving, putting up a runner, and misfiring was Billy Hazelton. And in transition, here come the Foresters. They're looking to win their 4th in a row. Spin move by Heath. They kick it back outside. It is Baylor, short on the outside jumper.
Good box out by Doyle that time.
From the corner for 3, Dunstone misfires. And as we near 1 minute remaining in third quarter action here at Lakeland, we're deadlocked at 22 and a foul. Well, there's going to be a substitution for the Foresters. Jaden Helt, a 5'8 senior wearing number 35, just checked into the ball game. And right now, Hartman giving it up. And they'll come near side. Colin Baylor lost it on a drive to the basket.
Yeah, you're going to think about it. Where was he going?
Bad angle.
Well, he was underneath the backboard when he lost the ball. It's only one way to come back out. Could defend that easily.
55 on the clock here in the third.
A nice
And
pass.
underneath, a beautiful pass inside. Ethan Shea couldn't finish. Doyle kicks it back outside to reset it. Dunstone gives it up. And with 41 seconds to play, an open look by Vicakovic won't fall. And another opportunity by Dunstone. No, Vicakovic collects the carom. And Lakeland will keep it going, tied at 22.
That's 4 offensive rebounds, and is this time down the court.
They kick it back outside, and here is the Foresters.
Under control. You got to be under control here. Bring it back out. You got plenty. Oh.
And a reach-in is going to be called on the Chiefs with 17 seconds remaining third quarter.
That was foolish foul.
We're tied at 22, the Foresters and the Chiefs. It seems like we've been tied here forever.
Yeah, well.
As the Chiefs got out to a pretty good start.
We got a timeout, full timeout.
As we will go to a break here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Your local Napa dealer, Carbondale Auto Parts, has been serving the area for over 38 years with quality automotive replacement parts, tools, and accessories. Experience the Napa know-how difference with great service you've come to know and trust from the staff at Carbondale Auto Parts. Your Napa know-how folks.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Alongside Glenn Muskowski, Chris Nanfelt, and Kyle Kammerer from Adams Cable. Steve Young, great to have you with us today for today's Lackawanna League crossover matchup between the Chiefs and the Foresters. And with about 17 seconds remaining third quarter, we are deadlocked at 22, Glenn.
22 is a low-scoring game, but right from here on in, this should be a bang-up game for the finish. I think the team that plays the better defense, Steve, probably going to come out on top on this.
Well, coming out of the timeout with 17 to play here in the third quarter, it will be the Foresters to inbound the basketball. And Colin Baylor having trouble inbounding the basketball, and they will throw it away.
You get it over there. Nobody touched it.
That pass right there was intended for Jaden Helt.
See,
Now Helt will check out, and checking back in is Cade Hartman for the Foresters.
They had a nice screen for a shooter over there, but he was too far away. And the defender just slid off his man over there. Hadn't they? And Forest City had nothing.
Now the Chiefs with 11 on the clock. Vicakovic goes far side, 7 to shoot. Antonio Hazelton, 3 seconds left, far side. Dunstone fires it up, partially blocked. That will bring it into third quarter action here at Lakeland. In today's Lackawanna League crossover matchup, we're tied at 22. Chiefs and the Foresters as we go to the fourth quarter on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So, just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son has been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 36 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So, just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall.
Well, we are back at Lakeland, and with this cold weather, folks, if your boiler should malfunction and you have trouble with your heating system, remember, just call Spall. Took a look at the temperature, Glenn, when I woke up this morning, and it was 8 degrees below zero.
Yeah.
And I said, wow. But once the sun came up, it got a little better, naturally, and
I had to go out. I had to do some things outside without gloves on. I went out early in the morning. I said, "What am I, crazy?"
You are crazy if you went out without gloves.
Yeah, I know. But I couldn't do anything with the gloves on. I had to mess with one of my my snowblower to make sure it was running if it does snow, and it's supposed to, I guess.
Well, here we go with the fourth quarter on the Call Spall scoreboard, tied at 22. Lakeland with the possession to start the fourth. And the Chiefs, who came out of the locker room to start the second half on fire, throw it away right there, and the Foresters will bring the ball to the length of the court.
Yeah, that was a long shot. That's a short shot. Sometimes that short shot is the best pass you can make, because if nobody's paying attention on the defensive end, your guy can get the short shot that doesn't hit the rim and lay it up. Doesn't happen too often, though.
Foresters try to work the ball inside, and here's an open look by DJ Heath for three. And the Foresters take the lead 25-22.
Nice, we set up. Good positioning.
And Lakeland turns it over. 2 possessions, they turn it over here in the fourth. Fast break. Bizek hemmed in, nowhere to go. And Colin Baylor couldn't handle the basketball and turns it over. Well, every possession coming down the stretch here, Glenn, is going to be so critical.
Yeah, there's 5 turnovers for Forest City already in this half.
Antonio Hazelton gives it up. They work the ball in the lane, and a traveling violation.
Yeah, you can lay on the floor.
You just can't roll over,
If you roll over, there's no way your foot's going to stay in one spot.
25-22, the Foresters with the lead and the basketball with 6:40 to play here in the fourth on the Call Spall scoreboard. Kick the ball back outside. Piatak gives it up. And Bizek posting up, defended by Doyle. Kicks it outside, Heath. And here's an open look by Colin Baylor. It's an air ball, but the follow-up is right there for Heath.
That's good positioning. That's good knowing where the ball is going to be. That's a good head-up play by Heath.
6:16 remaining in the fourth. Foresters up 27-22 as we go to a break.
Looking for the right flooring for your home, lifestyle, and budget? Visit Tom's Floor Shop and Childs for the latest advancements in flooring to enhance the rooms in your home. The experts at Tom's Floor Shop are there to help you style your home in contemporary elegance and classic beauty with a wide variety of name brand carpeting, hardwood, vinyl, and professional installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop, exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs. When you need collision repair, turn to the professionals at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center to restore your vehicle back to its original condition. For over 34 years, Beston's has been providing full-service collision repair with exceptional customer service. At Beston's, their motto is, every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. Beston's Collision Center in Carbondale, the trusted name in collision repair in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Welcome back to Lakeland alongside Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young, 6:16 remaining. Here in the fourth quarter on the Call Spall scoreboard, and the Foresters are up 27-22.
Take a look at the scoreboard, Steve. The bottom right. What do you see there? No fouls for Forest City called against Forest City this half.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's key.
Absolutely, as the Chiefs now will set it up. Hunt gives it up and will work to Snyder, and an open look from the outside by Vitsakovic is off the mark. Bizek with the rebound. Now the Foresters with the lead and the basketball will go to work. Pass intercepted, picked off by Vitsakovic, and Vitsakovic now will survey the defense of the Foresters. Vitsakovic, Snyder, and Billy Hazelton around the perimeter there. Vitsakovic pulls up, fires, didn't get the bounce. Ball goes out of bounds. Lakeland possession with 5:11
That's
remaining.
a good shot.
He was open, yeah?
Yeah, a good shot. He had good form on it. It bounced up. It could have gone in just as easy as bounced back out.
As Hunt will inbound the
missed him
basketball.
up
He
and-
finds Vitsakovic open from the corner. Couldn't finish. Lakeland keeps it going. And this time from downtown, this shot is off the mark by Billy Hazelton. Snyder pulls up with an open look and scores. 27-24 as Lakeland answers at the 4:50 mark here in fourth quarter action on the Call Spall scoreboard. No foul there as DJ Heath, the crossover dribble, driving in traffic, puts on the brakes and draws the foul. Blocking foul will be called on the Chiefs. And on the free throw line for Forest City, DJ Heath as he converts to make it 28-24. Second personal foul, by the way, on Talon Vitsakovic as Heath cans two. 29-24, and Lakeland with 4:31 remaining in the fourth will bring the ball to the length of the court.
Okay.
Now, Antonio
Forsyth
Hazelton.
still staying in that 2-3 zone. And you got to get somebody in the middle of that zone for Lakeland. I probably on the high post would be good, and where you can go from side to side across the lane, and then have people break to the open spot on the perimeter.
Long inbound pass goes to Vitsakovic.
See, there's nobody inside.
Yeah, everybody is out around the perimeter.
So now all Forest City's doing is matching up.
Here is an open look from the outside by Nathan Hunt. That's off the mark. And Lakeland will work it around the perimeter and reset.
An awful lot of offensive rebounds this Lakeland today.
And Lakeland patient, trailing 29-24 as they kick it in the corner. And Hunt with the long three, no, but he gets his own rebound and keeps it going. Vitsakovic from downtown with a three ball. And it's 29-27 with 3:34 to play here in the fourth quarter on the Call Spall scoreboard as we go to a break on Adams Cable High School basketball.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS, Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
Back at Lakeland with 3:34 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's a nail-biter, 29-27. The Foresters, your leader. And they will face a little bit of pressure applied by Lakeland as they advance the ball across midcourt.
Stay under control. Give it to him. Give it to him underneath.
Bizek
You don't want him out there.
will take control right here. And the Foresters now trying to look inside. Ball's tipped, and Lakeland has it. Ethan Shea gives it up to Hazelton. Kevin Snyder, did he step out of bounds along the baseline?
I think he's got a foul called.
There'll be a foul on the play. And with 3:11 remaining here in the fourth quarter on the Call Spall scoreboard, the Chiefs will inbound the basketball.
What the young team Lakeland has, he's filtering kids in there all game long. That's good for experience.
Open from downtown is Vitsakovic for three.
He has 4 threes, 3 of them in this half.
He has been on fire here in the second half, and he gives Lakeland a 1-point lead, 30-29. Now the Foresters putting up an air ball as Piatak misfires. Lakeland with the basketball and a 1-point advantage. Every possession so important now for both ball clubs.
Uh-oh.
Well, they'll work the ball to Hunt and kick it back outside.
Are they putting it in the suitcase?
Well, they've got the 1-point lead, and I think they are going to be very selective right here, Glenn, as Antonio Hazelton will kick it outside. And they work the ball in. And Doyle goes up with the shot and draws the foul. Well, the strategy was work the ball around the perimeter and then get Doyle open for 2, and he'll go to the stripe.
Yeah, well, that's 4 on Piatak.
And the second team foul as Josh Doyle is on the free throw line and rattles it in. Lakeland with a 2-point advantage with 2:08 remaining here in the fourth on the Call Spall scoreboard. And second shot off the iron, Piatak with the rebound. Here come the Foresters. All the way out around the perimeter is Bizek. He will bounce pass and beautiful spin move for 2 by DJ Heath. And we're deadlocked at 31.
Nice play. Good solid. Knowing exactly where he was, what to do with the ball, and using the basket as a protective device for not to get the thing blocked.
Well, Glenn, for 2 teams that got off to such a slow start, they really turned it up a notch, and now we're tied at 31.
They had to, because it was a slow start.
Well, 3-2 at the end of 1. I'd consider that a slow start.
That's slow. And 13-11 at halftime.
Well, right here, it's going to be Lakeland with the basketball, just burning some time off the clock. As Kevin Snyder almost lost the basketball. Snyder will get some movement in the offense now as Hunt will take control, and we have 1 minute left. Tied at 31. The Chiefs and the Foresters.
Lakeland's got to be patient, get somebody on the high post to kick, step out.
Oh, there's a foul right there.
Foolish.
Ethan Shea was in the lane and got whacked on the play.
That was a foolish foul. He wasn't going anywhere.
Nathan Hunt, the freshman, to put the ball in play for the Chiefs.
Well, actually, they have 3 more to give.
And with 48 seconds remaining, Lakeland right now is going to work some clock. We're down to 42 seconds. Antonio Hazelton will just hang on to the basketball. We're down to 33 on the clock.
Patience on defense.
Well, you have to watch Vitsakovic.
Yeah.
He's had the hot hand from three-point land in this second half. In a 31-31 tie.
You don't want to shoot this too early. You don't want to give Forest City a second attempt.
And a timeout is called by Trevor Tellup with 14 seconds to play, tied at 31.
Good call by the coach there. Now you set up an offense, you set up a play. As I said, basketball is not always set plays. What happens is you have to react to what the defense gives you. We're going to see what Lakeland has to offer here, and then we're going to see we're going to see what Forest City has to offer defensively, and then we're going to see how Lakeland reacts to that.
Well, the Foresters have won 3 in a row, trying to make it 4. Right here, Lakeland is coming off of a loss to Dunmore. They're trying to get back on the winning track. What a ball game it's been. And at the end of the first quarter, you talk about a slow start, 3-2 the Foresters. Then Forest City outscored Lakeland 10-9 in that second quarter to lead it at halftime 13-11. But they picked up the pace here in the second half, and we are deadlocked at 31, coming right down to the wire. And a good timeout called by Lakeland head coach Trevor Tellep.
Steve, if Forest City happens to lose this game here in the last 14 seconds, the reason they lost is Lakeland had 14 offensive rebounds. That's a lot for a game.
Sure is, as Lakeland will inbound the basketball. And here we go with 12 seconds remaining. Antonio Hazelton is fouled to stop the clock with 8 seconds.
Yeah, that's a good foul. They still have, 2 more to give? Or 3 more to give, right?
Well, here we go with 6 seconds left. It will be Antonio Hazelton, 3 on the clock. Underneath they go at the buzzer. Bucket's good. Lakeland will win it in grand fashion, 33-31 at the buzzer.
Definitely a good basket.
What a ball game.
Well, as I said, sometimes the shot that doesn't hit the rim is the best pass you can make. And there it was, the prime example. Because Lakeland saw it, Forest City looking for the rebound, but it never hit the rim, right?
Yep, what a job by Lakeland rattling back as they improve their overall mark to 4 wins and 8 losses, while the Foresters' 3-game winning streak comes to an end, and overall now the Forest City Foresters record stands at 4 wins and 6 losses.
Great game.
Great basketball game here this afternoon.
Low scoring, but exciting.
Came right down to the wire, and the Chiefs victorious over the Foresters today by the score of 33-31.
You know, Steve, when you think about it too, where he was, because he's kind of underneath that basket for half his body, maybe more of that. Somehow, I don't know how he got that up to go up straight and then back down through. It was a great position to be in, but again, it happens. That's a tough way to lose a game.
We will be back here at Lakeland 1 week from today with more basketball action when the Carbondale area Chargers will take on the Lakeland Chiefs in a Lackawanna League Division III matchup. And that is going to wrap it up here today from Lakeland. And it's all been brought to you by Adams Cable Service, by the Comfort Doctors, T.E. Spall & Son, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing of Carbondale, Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street, Childs, Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, quality repairs and superior service, NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield, by the White's Crossing Sports Shop, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, by Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, by your local Napa Auto Parts store, Carbondale Auto Parts, and your starting lineups are presented today by the Roselle Department Store. Here at Lakeland, your final score, the Chiefs 33 and the Foresters 31. Been a great ball game. For Chris Nanfelt, Kyle Kemmerer, Glenn Muskowski, I'm Steve Young. Thanks for joining us. Till next time, so long from Lakeland.